Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, so now I'm like, why? Why?
This
It
video
was
was doing
okay.
something weird to Jay the other day too, and I think there was like an update, and so maybe it's just a little buggy. What do you use for your 3D model, Shrek?
Hyper. This thing called Hyper Online. Because it's the only thing that works with my Mac.
Oh, true, true. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Mac is rough.
Yeah.
Everybody has the same uh issue. It is what it is. But let me think. My brain goes blurry. Do you have a copy of your PNG without a background on it?
Without a background?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, even with a background, you can give me. I'll fix it. But
Okay, give
I'm
me a
gonna make a
second.
little thumbnail thing real quick.
Wait, let me do this. Let me mute this.
As we're live, I'm doing it.
Chat. What's up? What's up? How are you guys? How are you guys? Welcome in. Hold on. Let me change this. Hi, chat. What's up? How are y'all? How are y'all? Hey, Blossom. How are you? See, I told you. You made it. I told you. I am good. Okay. Hey, I saw the post. Saw the post. Okay. I'm gonna unmute you, Io. Wait, hold on. Okay, there you go.
Maybe. Now he said hi. Hello, hello.
Everybody, I'm here with Io. Please follow Io.
No, don't perceive me.
Whoa. Whoa.
No, I'm kidding. You can perceive me. I will be perceived. I will not murder anybody today. Never, never.
Uh-huh. What do you mean today?
It's late at night. I'm tired, alright?
What do you mean today?
If I one day cause another big bang, it just,
Yeah, right. Right, that's true. That's true. Was looking forward to the stream all day. Aw, that's nice. Cause Blossom was here yesterday when I was doing a stream, and I was like, I'm gonna raid out. We're gonna end. Damn.
Yeah,
Well,
I saw you were live. It would have been you last night, and I was like, oh, he's going live twice in one day. And then I was like, wait, no, wait, that's 2 different days for Dan.
for me, it's 2 different days, but for you guys, it's like a double stream.
Yeah, it's a treat.
Yeah. So I got my whiteboard out.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
I see your beautiful whiteboard. It's very fancy.
Yeah.
Looks expensive.
It's a little some. A little
Hi,
some.
Dan. I said hi earlier, but I didn't say hi to the chat, and I felt bad. So.
Yeah, please do. If you wanna, introduce yourself, uh, go ahead.
My name is Io. I met Dan like I don't know 4 or 5 months ago on Blue Sky, and like Dan has been such a nice, helpful person with music stuff in general, but also
Oh,
just in general as a nice person. And I was like talking the other day, I think last week, I kind of made a comment like, "Oh, you should do like a singing tips. I'll come sing with you and do it, whatever." And Dan was like, "Yes," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So here we are. But my name is Io. I'm a VTuber who likes singing, and I still have to get lyrics recorded for Dan for something, but it's fine. We're good. I'll get there eventually.
yeah.
Maybe
I'm
this will help you.
gonna I'm gonna finish that up this weekend
Okay.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm actually free this weekend, so I'm going to make sure I record them because the animal's
Okay,
taken care of.
great.
We're done. I'm gonna do it. Like
Okay,
nothing
great.
else I can really jump up and get in my way. So.
That's great. Cause I have some new mixing techniques that we can
Ooh.
try out. I found this plugin randomly. It it's like a LFO. So what it does is like it sends out a signal based on the tempo, and you can program it to like change the pitch, so it'll like wobble the pitch a little bit depending on the rate and the wave. So we could do some
Sweet.
interesting vibrato stuff with that.
That's neat.
Yeah,
I've always like watched people do like the music editing and stuff, like especially digitally whatnot, and I'm just like, that's a lot of buttons. That
it
I would
is.
probably
It
mess
is.
one thing up and get so mad at myself and just rage quit.
Honestly, it's the same as like gaming, just
Yeah.
long
Once you get it
term.
down, you
Yeah,
know what you're doing a little bit. That's fair.
yeah. It's pretty much like that, but like it's like almost limitless. Almost.
I only rage quit platformers, so hopefully
Oh
I wouldn't
damn.
rage quit to make music.
I can't do that. I played Doom once. Not a platformer, but like I played Doom once and I was like, I can't do this.
I like Doom. I just have really bad like hand-eye coordination timing for
Yeah,
platformers.
same,
So
same.
like it's like, oh yeah, I need to hit the jump now, and then I hit it like a second and a half later. I'm like,
Right.
so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, me too. Okay. Okay. Shall we start?
I'm down. Let's go.
All right. Okay. Chat, listen up. Today we're doing singing tips with me. Now, singing goes back all the way to the caveman times, I'm assuming. I'm assuming. But here's the thing. It's mostly about emotion. Welcome in Ice, how are you? It's mostly about emotion. Uh so this lesson is going to be a little interactive. I'm not an expert, let me just say that off the bat. This is just, everything I know from however long I've been doing this. So, let's start off with this. Io, do you have a time where you remember, uh, or like, do you remember your first time singing?
Yeah, I was probably like a little kid. I know
Okay.
I did like concerts and stuff in school and like pageants and whatnot. Like, or they, I don't know if they do this for like out of the States, but in the States, like when you're in elementary school, they usually do like Christmas pageant things or whatever. They call them pageants, but they're like forest concert, whatever stuff. And they'll do them for different holidays. And all the like elementary school kids are like forced to participate, even if they're not good at singing or not good at doing things, or they have to
Right.
like dress up as a tree or run around or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
remember
I
like
remember those.
Christmas
Yeah, I had
carols and
those.
stuff as a kid. Yeah.
Do you remember the feeling that you had?
Yeah. I mean, because like I don't know, it's a very free feeling to be a little kid doing that more than it
Okay,
is like as
okay.
an adult for sure.
So that is what I wanted you to focus on today. Today, we're not going into, we're not going into the technicalities, we're not going into pitch just yet. We're not going into like, yeah, mainly pitch and like singing in general, but we're going to the emotions. Let's get the emotions down first. Because that, I feel like that is the most important thing that's missing in a lot of singers.
I
So
feel that.
let's,
I'm definitely I
yeah,
love music more that invokes some sort of emotion when I'm listening to it than I
yeah,
do like something that doesn't.
yeah. Because here's the thing, you're conveying whatever you feel in your head, in your heart, in your soul out to a group of people. And that's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
So, in order to do that, you gotta feel whatever you're feeling fully, you know?
Just gonna take notes.
Yes.
Take notes from Professor Dan.
Oh,
All right.
damn. Pay attention. Timmy, perk up. I'm gonna send you out. Man, I got sent out once. Once. I just said like one word. And the teacher was like, nah, you talking. Get out. I was like, why is it just me? The guys at the back are yelling.
You just always have their favorites. You just weren't them that day, I guess.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'm never coming back in. I'm staying out.
I wish I was a
Professor.
quiet kid class.
Ice
That
is
was
the
impressive.
real professor. Ice is like an actual professor in the
What? That's sick.
Yeah.
I wish I went to school that much.
But it's crazy
I don't
because
have the money for that.
I know him like he's my college friend, and we used to be like, yo, this class is boring. Let's get out. And I was like, you a lecturer? You?
You don't want to be here? What?
Good to know you're okay,
Some
Ice.
classes are like that though. Some classes are really boring.
Yeah.
But
but
not this
yeah,
one. Music's not boring. Music's wonderful.
yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
never took a music theory class. I always wanted to. So this kind of
Uh,
like
it's
fill in the blank for
it's.
me.
I feel like it is beneficial, but I'm only gonna say this. This is my opinion again. Uh, it's good to know the rules before you break them,
Yeah.
because I'm all about innovation. Also, I'm still here just working on finals. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for the lurk. Uh,
I like to know the rules because I like to know the why of the rules because then I can kind of
right.
figure out how I can break them. Like
Mm.
when I started learning pottery, I did the same thing. Like I learned all the basics, and my teacher was really strict on all the rules, and I
Yeah.
was like, "But do I have to? Like, why is it that way?" And then when I get the why, I'd be like, I could do this a little different. It'll be okay."
Right.
So
Yeah, I get you. I get you. So that's what we're trying to do here. So, um, do you remember a time, like a specific moment in your life where you're like you're on stage and you know the crowd is invested and you're invested in what you're doing or what you're singing? Do you have a time like that? Or it doesn't have to be on stage, you know, it can be like you singing in your room or stuff like that.
I mean, I always get that feeling like when I do my karaoke streams, it's always nice because like the
Okay.
chat are always like hype me up, and that's always like reaffirming a little bit that maybe I don't suck when I sing. Because sometimes I hear my own voice and I'm like, God, I sound like absolute trash. What the fuck?
Oh damn! Come on, come on, yo,
So,
come on.
I mean, everybody is always you're your own harshest critic, and that's like what I've always been told, and I just forget that when I'm judging myself.
That's true. Okay, I
So,
get that. I get that. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at here. We're trying to tap into that feeling. Cause for me, it's like you get to a point when you're singing, and like you have an audience, but like you don't care anymore, so you just start like letting everything out. We're trying to
mhm.
get to that emotion, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I've always been told too. Is that like with singing, like just singing at your full capacity is always a better experience because when you're like holding it back, it's you can't get one the power behind your voice, and
Yeah,
two you just people you see mousy. You know, you get the confidence is half the battle. So.
yeah. So for me, with the amount of times I've been performing, because I performed a lot last year, so and you know the karaoke streams and all of that, but uh, for me, I feel like your body will naturally lean into it more the more you feel it,
Hmm.
and that comes with like warm ups, you know, having a favorite song, remembering the feeling, and just you know being comfortable. Comfort is the other thing in the equation. Because if you don't have that comfort, you can't go to that place when you sing.
Hmm.
You know. So I'm trying to stress
Yeah.
like having a memory that you have when you sing a certain song that you love and going into that memory fully, forgetting whatever's around you. I call that the zone. So for me, that is my zone. When I'm able to sing a song and it takes me to a completely different place, even if there's like 50 people watching me at a time.
That's fair.
Jay!
Yeah,
Jay!
baby.
How are you? Wait, let me shout you out. Hold on.
No, that makes sense too. I mean, that kind of falls in line because like I used to drama and stuff in high school and some other stuff I worked on. It's like the whole thing of like if you don't recognize the audience is there, it's easier to a degree because you're not impressing them, you're impressing yourself.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly.
That's all you gotta
Exactly.
do. Or you just gotta impress one person out of like focus on the one person. That's the only person you're working on. Like
Yeah.
so.
Okay, so that brings me to my other question. Do you have a song where you like, if you sing it, you just forget about everything else?
Weirdly enough, yes, and weirdly enough, that song is "Amazing Grace," and that comes to like I'm not religious at all,
Yeah.
but that song has a very special place in my heart for people in my family who are religious, and
Mm.
I don't know, it's so calming to just sing it. So
Yeah, that's the other
because I grew
thing.
up singing it with my mom and my grandmother and stuff, so
Yeah, my mom too. My mom too. She loves that song. Uh,
it's good. It's great vocals to it too, honestly.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like the way the music goes. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Amazing
Okay, keep
Grace.
going, keep going.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Mm.
There we go.
So you see that feeling you just had, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to tap into. We're trying to make it second nature to go into that.
Fair, fair. Okay.
Okay?
So just sing that every time before I record anything else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes you need a warm up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good song for it too, honestly. So
Sometimes you need like two or three warm up songs to get into the
yeah.
feeling. Then you're like, okay, let's do this song. Like yesterday, I was doing a little bit of karaoke, And like I think I did a few Daniel Caesar songs, and then at the end I was like, you know what? Let me do some Jeff Buckley. I was like, Hallelujah. That was like fully into it, and I was like, whew.
Oh, Hallelujah, such a great song too.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a little like that. What do you guys think, chat? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I gotta check. They're paying attention. Gotta pay attention, chat. Dropping knowledge. Okay.
Yes, dropping some valuable skills. There we go.
You doing great? Hey. They talk
My
about
English
you,
is
yo.
so bad.
They're
All
talking
I
about
speak is
you.
English. Hey, thanks.
I'm listening. Damn, this man is probably in class right now, and he's like, I'm listening. Okay, but yeah, that's what I mean. So for today, I just want us to focus on one song, and we're gonna get you to really be in the emotion. We're not gonna care about pitch. We're not gonna care about, you know, pitch, accuracy, none of that. Lyrics, no, we don't care about that. Today, we're just gonna focus on emotion.
Okay.
So if you can pick one song that you're comfortable singing today, that would be great. Or like a line or anything. Or we can
I
do
don't want
Amazing
to
Grace, you know what I mean?
get you banned for copyright. I don't think Amazing Grace is copyrighted. We'll just do that.
Yes. I'm listening, just writing papers, so it take a second to type in chat, but I'm listening. Yeah, no worries, thank you. Gotta warm up with Fike. Bro, stop with the stop with the Dominic Fike, man. Shit. Damn. Every time. Yeah, that's true though. He does a good Dominic Fike. He does a really good Dominic Fike. Um but yeah, we can do Amazing Grace. So what I want you to do now is uh we're gonna tap into the emotion. All right. So, you said when you sing Amazing Grace, it reminds you of, your mom, your grandma.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
Is
used to go to
that
church a lot with my grandma growing up, and so like it's just I don't know. Not being
mm,
religious is weird, like just like that or whatever. Because I grew up in a religious household, so it's like
right.
weird to like write that. But my grandmother was very religious, but like one of the best people I ever knew,
Mm.
and like so like when she passed away, what like almost 10 years ago
Oh,
now,
I'm sorry.
it's like it's all good. She had like bad dementia and stuff, and so
Oh
we would sit
man.
there and like music was one of the things that even in the late stage of her dementia, she could
Mm.
resonate with. Like we would play Elvis and other stuff, and she would sing along and still remember the lyrics, even in like her worst later stages. And
Right, right,
so we
right.
would sit there and sing Amazing Grace together sometimes. It was just so I don't know. It makes my heart warm. So
Yeah, I feel that. Okay. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and tap into that. So every time you sing about it, just remember those moments like you shared with her,
okay,
and that'll help.
I can do that.
Okay. So what I want you to do first is we're gonna just practice you being comfortable being loud. Okay?
Okay,
So what I want you to do is just try and yell.
like high pitched scream yell or just really loud
Whoa,
noise yell.
okay. You comfortable. Nah, you comfortable. Whatever you feel like. Whatever you feel like. Damn. Damn. Chad, you hear
Oh,
that?
you want me to
Damn.
yell? I can yell. I can
It
scream.
it clipped.
Oh,
It
did I?
clipped. It didn't clip on my end, but it definitely clipped on your end.
Oh, yeah, probably.
You see? Chat's going.
Yeah,
Chat's
Twitch has
probably like,
even like it's funny listening back to recordings and being like, damn, I heard that like play back to myself, but then on Twitch it didn't pick it up.
right.
So
Okay. So you're warmed up, you're comfortable, you're loose, you're ready to
yes.
go. Okay.
I'm sitting kind of like a pretzel. That might be the mistake. Let me unpretzel myself.
Okay, that's the other thing. That's the other thing. Try and sit up straight.
Yeah,
Straight,
let the air flow.
shoulders back. Yep. Face forward.
Okay,
And just
I'm
give
in
a
the zone.
straight note. Just one note. Just straight on. Just one note. Just hold it for a little bit.
Hold on.
Again, feel the emotion and
No,
then
that's so high pitched.
lean into it.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go. Take your time.
my brain is dying.
Whoa. What happened?
It's probably clipping more. I sing really high pitched.
Okay. Okay. Can hear a little bit. Okay, go lower, but like soft, but still with the same emotion. Okay, perfect. Okay, okay. You're warmed up. You ready? You're ready.
Am I? We're gonna find out.
Sorry?
I said we're gonna find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Everything like just now. Okay, straight. No, stare straight ahead, and then do the first line of Amazing Grace. As slow as you want, as fast as you want, whatever. Take a deep breath, and then go ahead.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Oh, that broke.
That's
I heard
okay.
that in the end. Damn.
That's okay. You got it though.
Like me. There we go.
Again, we're not focusing on the pitch. We're just focusing on emotion.
I know. I had to redeem myself though.
But hell yeah, we got that though. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You're slaying. Hey.
Thank you, thank you.
See? Hell yeah. We did it. Okay, emotion is down. Emotion is down. Now we can like jump a few steps. So now we're trying to focus on pitch. And the main thing I would say is always sing within your key if you can. If you can't, please don't force it because you don't want to destroy your voice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sensing from that high note that the key is a little too high.
Probably. Sometimes I can sing, I don't know. I probably need to work more in my vocal cords.
Yeah, it needs a warm up. It needs a warm up.
Yeah. And that's just it's me not singing for years now. And I'm like, I know I used to hit these notes and now I can't, and it's so sad. But also you get older. Your vocal cords get older.
Yeah.
So.
Here's another tip I do normally. So if there's a note I want to hit or like a line, I'll just repeat that line over and over until it's smooth. Slow at first and then fast. So
my biggest weakness, I feel like, is also transitions. Like when I have to jump a note or something, I'm like, it trips me up.
Yeah, so you do the transitions. So you practice a transition, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like me, and then you keep going until it's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when you can like really do runs. So the way I practice runs is like I break it down really slowly and then I speed it up.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's how you practice runs. That's how you practice like voice jumps, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Really trying to make it where it's a slower transition than it is in the actual song or something.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, let me put ads. You gotta do ads.
I don't know a whole lot of technical terms, so it's me mostly trying to relate it to be like, okay, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It takes a while, but
that's what like keeps messing me up is in the lyrics from Blink Clean, there's one part where they do a jump, and I'm like, I mess up every time. And then
right.
I sing it normally, and it's fine. But then I try to sing it while recording, and I mess it up, and I think it's like the pressure on top of it. I'm like, oh my god, stop.
That's why I have a feeling it's the key.
Yeah.
So, again, we're trying to work with your voice, not work against it. You know, we don't want to look. Yeah. Here's the main thing. Anybody can sing high. All right, but not everybody sounds good singing high.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay because we're trying to find. Some people sing low and it sounds beautiful. Nobody can do low like they can do it. So, my point here is we gotta find what's best for you. What
Hmm.
stands out about your voice? And we got to lean into that. And that's where the best singers come out, you know?
Hmm.
It's not about you. If you really think about it, like really, really think about it, the best singers you don't listen to the most, right? Like the most versatile singers, you're like, you listen to one or two songs like here and there, but it's not like your favorite song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to teach you. It's not about being that. It's about being, delivering the songs that you like to the best of your ability.
Hmm.
Because that's what people resonate with. They resonate with uniqueness, a feeling, you know?
Checks out.
Yeah. So that's my whole point here. So maybe we can try with like what you do. That key, right?
Hmm.
Maybe we can go a little lower, like Amazing Grace.
I could try.
Okay.
I'm scared I'm gonna go back into the other key just because that's what I'm used to singing it in. And so like, but
Just take your time, take a deep breath, and then just do one note so you know exactly where to start. Just like a
all right.
and then then lean into it.
Um, Amazing
There we
grace,
go.
how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Oh,
I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I
there we go.
see.
There we go.
Yeah, that did work a lot better.
There we go.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm clapping, but I don't think you picked it up.
Oh, my face is like on fire. I'm blushing a lot.
Oh, but you did so
Oh,
good.
yeah,
Yo,
thank
you
you. I think it's
see?
just like
Okay, look at
it's like
chat. Look at
it's a
chat.
comfort song, so it's like making my like
Look at chat. Look at chat.
so thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we did it. You did it. There we
We
go.
did it.
It's
We
the
did it. I'm
key.
sorry, I'm not gonna start singing kids songs right now.
So here's the other thing. Once you have the key down and once you have the emotions down, now you can play around with the delivery because you feel it. So you feel what you need to do with the song because you're already
Mhm.
comfortable with the key. So now we bring everything together. You felt that, right? When you were singing, you're like, oh, I can take this
Yeah,
here. Your like mind kind of stops thinking and you're like, oh, I can take this down low to make it soft and then really like bring it forward at the chorus.
yeah, and put the emphasis where you want it in the song to make yeah.
Yeah. So now you're in a position where like, okay, I can play with the crowd's emotions. So in a
I'm nodding
way,
like you can see me. Sorry,
it's okay, it's okay. But
the
yeah,
VTuber struggle.
ah, for real. PNG tuber struck.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's what I
even
mean.
like with models, like nodding isn't always apparent on live 2D. It's like on 3D it's a lot easier, but on live 2D it's like how much did they rig that to do that?
Right. Right. I keep forgetting to like actually move mine.
Yeah, yeah. It's a big thing and like it's called puppeting your model. So it's like doing like expressive motions and like making big like mouth shapes when you're talking. And
Right.
I've gotten back into that habit, but it was so funny when I came back to streaming, I was like, I need to remember to do that more because it makes you look
Right.
so much more expressionate to do that.
Yeah, I need to learn
So
to do that. I need to do that. But
stare at
yeah.
your model and practice weird faces and see how it turns out.
Oh god. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. I mean, worst case scenario, I have content.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. That's another clip for a TikTok right there.
Yep. Oh my god. Oh, what's that? Oh my god. The clickbait.
For real. But
All
yeah,
right.
I get what you're saying, like, with the music. It's like, once you know what you're singing in the notes, then you can, like, add more because sometimes when I sing, I hear myself, I'm like, "I know I'm hitting the notes, but it sounds so flat."
Right.
And that's where I'm like, I'm not singing, I don't have any emotion with what I'm singing, so I gotta bring that in and see how it sounds, like, what I can do,
Yeah.
so
Because all I'm trying to do here is you're so comfortable with the actual song that you forget about thinking about going to this note or going to that note. All
Mhm,
you're worried about is how do I deliver this? How do I see how the crowd is feeling and interact with that and play with that?
mhm,
Because it is an interaction. It's not just you standing up there and like delivering something. It's an interaction. You follow how they're feeling and they follow how you're feeling. You set the
mhm.
tone, but you also like play with if they're leaning in, if they're not leaning in, you know?
Gotcha, gotcha.
Because they're there for like you're there to give them like a roller coaster of emotion through just your voice. That's not really gonna work a lot of the time. Trust me. I know. So
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, if
whole
you can't
thing.
capture the audience, then
Yeah.
it just 1, you get in your own head about it, and then 2, you're just like, "Why am I even here? What am I doing?"
Yeah.
So
For me, the thing that I used to struggle with this a lot when I started, like, I'd be performing stuff, but like I'd have no crowd work at all. None. So people are like,
yeah.
yo, what is this song about? Yo, what? And so after a while, I was just like, hey, you guys okay? You guys okay? Hey, this guy's not okay. You know what I mean? I just
I feel
make
like
jokes. Yeah.
singing as a VTuber too, especially, that's very important because most of your expression is gonna come from the music more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's you don't have, like, the physical body, like, you're not performing on stage for the crowd work portion, it's just I mean, some people do, like, live 3D concerts or whatever and stuff, but still, even then, like, most of your performance is your voice strictly, like,
Mm.
so
For me, I try to treat my chat like that. I try to
Mhm.
treat chat like, I'd be like, okay, guys, I can't hear you guys, but I can definitely feel you guys. So, like, if we do this song, you gotta sing your heart out. I can feel you guys.
Mhm.
So, it's not just me singing here, it's all of us. And I try
We're
to
all
get
gonna
people hyped
sing
up that
Splash
way.
Mouth and we're all gonna like it.
Yeah. Okay, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I want you to think about. You're the performer. You cannot second guess yourself. Please don't do that.
Mhm.
Don't ever do that because they look to you to set the tone. The audience looks to you to set the tone. So you set the tone, you put your foot down and be like, "Hey, here I am. I do not care if you think it sounds good or not. I sound good to me."
Yeah, even when I, like, make a mistake, because sometimes I'll catch myself really, like, cracking or messing up, and I'll
Yeah.
just, like, throw it off so bad, and I'll laugh it off. I'm not gonna let that ruin the mood. I'm just be like, "Oh, shit," and then I'm gonna catch back up the next time, like,
Yeah.
so
Or you can be like, "Here's what I do. I do this a lot. So like if I mess up, I just stop and we're like, "Wait, nah, that was a bad run. We're doing it again. We're doing it
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Can I get more
Take
hype? We're
2,
doing
hold
it
up.
again. More clapping. We're doing it again. We're restarting." And people are like, "Yo, I love it when you did that." Because a lot of people would just freeze.
Yeah, and I think I did a little, like, public speaking and stuff in college
Mm.
and, like, stuff, and so
Yeah.
that helped a lot with that of, like oh god, my voice. The improv, like, aspect of, "Oh, shit, okay, now what do I say?" But I need water. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah, no worries, no worries. Let me
But
talk to chat. I can't sing because my voice little sick. Oh
oh,
nah.
that's the worst. My allergies
Nah.
like to take my voice for, like, a
I'm
weekend
so
every year. It
sorry.
sucks.
I'm so sorry.
Hopefully, it comes back soon.
Yeah, honey tea, hot honey lemon tea.
Mhm.
That helps.
That's my go-to.
Also, this is a cheat code, but I do not advise this, but it works wonders. A lip of whiskey, a lip, really good whiskey, like a lip. Just take that
I mean,
and yeah.
that's pretty much what a hottie toddy, isn't it? Isn't it, like, tea, whiskey, and lemon?
Is it?
And that was, like, I think yeah, I think so. Let me look it up. I don't know. Maybe it's a southern thing to be called that, but
Damn.
uh,
I'm chilling. Don't worry. Okay, nice, nice. But yeah, a lip of whiskey because I saw it in I saw Ryan Tedder do it. You know Ryan Tedder from
Mm-mm.
from One Republic. Yeah, he was like, yeah, take a lip of whiskey and I just sing. And I was like, I tried it once. And I was like, whoa, it opened up
Did you?
everything.
Oh, I thought you left the call because I said I didn't know who that was. I was like, damn, Dan.
Oh.
Yeah, so hot toddy is scotch or whiskey, honey, lemon juice, and boiling water, and an optional tea bag. And like that's I don't know, it's a very southern thing, and that's what like the whiskey is supposed to help numb your throat a little bit on top of everything else. So
Oh, damn.
it's like a go-to winter drink remedy thing to help with your throat.
Okay, I didn't know that. Americanisms with EO.
Yeah.
Man, we should do
Hot
that.
toddy.
Wait,
I think
wait.
it's British, honestly, originally, I don't know, but
We should do that.
I don't know. In the South, they used to also say like when
Yeah.
they don't do it anymore, but like when I was a baby and babies before me, if your baby was being really
Your
fussy, they used to
southern
say to
accent
dip
came out a
the
little bit.
oh they used to say to dip like a rag in alcohol and let the baby suck on it, and I was like,
Huh?
no, yeah,
Yo,
that's so
that's insane.
because like a lot of it was pain from their teeth, so the alcohol would numb the like teeth pain a little bit, and I was like, no, let's not do that one, but.
Yeah. Damn,
God, it
that's
was so bad when we went and bought those. You're talking about Southern accent. We went and bought those goats over the weekend, and so everybody at the farm market, of course, was talking in a Southern accent. And by the time we were leaving, my husband was like, "Your Southern accent has come back really thick," and I'm like, "Yep, it'll be here for the rest of the day.
damn.
It's not going anywhere until I like just get not used to hearing it again."
Right. Right. I get it. I get it. I know some people like okay, look, in my country here, when we have like Americans come over, most of the time my friends are like, "Yo, what are they saying?" Cuz you guys talk quick.
And I talk really quick.
Yeah,
You're
you
like
talk
bored
you
of
talk
America. I
really
have
fast.
ADHD.
You talk really
Um,
fast.
I have people that speak American, like English native and stuff, tell me all the time to slow down, and I'm like, hold on.
Damn.
But it's like my brain processes at a really fast speed. So if I
Mm.
slow myself down and I talk at a normal speaking voice like this, I personally feel like I am talking down to you.
Oh.
Because to me, it sounds so slow, like that I'm like making my words slow, like because you just can't understand me. And that's not, well, you can't because like I'm talking too fast, but it's not a matter of you're not smart enough. It's just that I'm dumb and I'm talking at 10 million miles a minute. So,
Yeah. But that's okay though. I appreciate that. Sometimes, I mean, I tend to like mispronounce things a lot, but I guess like
mhm.
because of my accent and stuff.
I think you speak great English. I
Oh,
think I've only
thank
heard you
you.
mess anything up so far. So,
I okay. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Sometimes people tell me that because they find out where I'm at, and then they're like,
mhm.
"Wow, your English is so good, but you're from there." And I'm like,
I mean, just
"Yo,
like
hey yo,
any language, the more you use it, the more you like get used to using it. And I mean, you converse with a lot of Americans, so you probably get the slang into your vernacular better and stuff, and that
yeah,
helps. Like if you have conversations with people that are native speakers in the day to day, you're gonna pick up the speaking habits that sound more native. Like so.
yeah." But like for me, I mean, obviously, I speak a little different with my friends. I mean, but
Mhm.
I mean, like it's not code switching, is it?
I wouldn't know what would fall under that. I don't know. I have a really bad thing being ADHD
Yeah,
where I tend to mimic accents, and I feel really bad about it because it's I don't want people to think I'm insulting them, but it's like my brain starts to hear the accent, and maybe it's a bit of a trauma response thing too, but I know
yeah,
it's part of the ADHD. But I just instantly start to like replicate it almost, and I feel
right.
bad because like I don't want someone to think I'm like mocking them because I'm not. I'm literally just that's what my brain does. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
same,
hold
same.
on.
I feel that.
So
I feel that. I just go up to my friends. They'll be like, "Hey, man, where'd you get this?" And I'll be like, "Oh, this whole thing."
yeah.
Sheesh. But they'd be like, "Damn, bro, damn, sounded good." But that's the other thing though, like, cause like, um, I speak to my friends in Cali and stuff, and they're
Mhm,
mostly black.
mhm.
So when I'm with them, I'm like, "Yeah, I bro, yeah, I." So sometimes I'm like, wait, is this okay?
Oh my god.
Whoa.
We just got a new follower. You are now certified
Follower!
baby.
Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for the follow. Wait, how do I say your name? Shit?
So CID is Sid in
Oh,
Final
Sid!
Fantasy,
I thought it was an L.
but I'm not sure what the HXD is. Sid's HX, I don't know.
Shit? Sid? Welcome in, Sid! How are you? Welcome in. We're doing singing tips. I'm talking about code switching.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, that's anything too. I mean, you can play the singing too because you're trying to replicate the way a song is sung.
Yeah.
And like some of it you can't because that's like their heartbreak and their stuff is it. You just got to do your best to like replicate it to your own experiences.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But yeah, I mean, in terms of accents for singing, I don't think it really matters as long as you get the emotion of it down.
yeah.
My name always gets messed up. It's supposed to be Sid Shad. Haha, I'm good. What about you? We're great. We're great. We're doing singing tips. We're doing singing tips. But welcome in, welcome in.
I'm
But
mostly
yeah.
just picking on Day a little bit and then singing on occasion.
Yeah. At this point, you're teaching me like, I don't know, Americanisms?
Teaching you how to say the CID. How to say
CID. uh, but yeah. Um that's I would really need singing tips at this point. Okay, let's go over what we did. Alright, Io? Let's go over what we did.
Okay.
First, tap into your emotions. Remember a specific place, a memory, anything when you're singing that song. Let's just stick with one song first for this example so you're not too overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Then we check the key of your voice because the key of the song usually is not in the same key that your voice is comfortable in. So always go a little lower if you find that it's too high, or a little higher if you find that some notes are too low. So tap into those first, and then right at the end, we want to aim for you not thinking about the song when you sing it. So it has to be like second nature when you sing the song. So what you can think about then is, how do I deliver the song? Do I go soft or do I go loud? And you play with the crowd. Oh damn! Hold on, gotta get rid of a bot.
Oh no!
Every time. Okay, so then you put those two together and play with the crowd.
You have SiriBot in your chat, Dan?
Nah. I keep forgetting to put it in. I keep forgetting to put it in.
I can help you with a metro stream really quick. It's really easy. So
Really?
But then it'll get rid of those bots that come to your chat for you.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. So.
I was really lazy. I have lyrics written and it's a pretty emotional rap. I booked a studio session, but then realized I have no experience singing or anything related to vocals. Well, I can help you with that. Wait, let me plug in.
I can second that. Dan has been so helpful.
Exactly. I've worked with EO a lot. Here's my vgen. I do production, mixing, mastering, all of that. And I specialize in rap. I specialize in hip hop. I do a lot of beats. But there you go. Just in case, if you don't feel like it, but it's just for you to look at it. If you like. Okay, where were we? Yeah. Go on.
No, go ahead. I thought you need a real reminder, but you got this. Go.
Okay, I'm just gonna sum everything up in this. It's all about how you feel about the song and how it makes you feel and what place it takes you to. Usually I try and imagine the exact memory where the certain song takes me to. Or however my mind is feeling about the song at that time, I just go into that place. Like I have this one song called Stars in Your Eyes. It's a demo. It's been a demo for like the longest time, but it's very like it's very much a ballad. So whenever I think about that song, I think about how it was when I wrote it, and I just remember how I felt when I wrote it. And for some reason, it takes me to like my room. No matter where I'm at, it takes me to like my room here, and like I'm
Mhm.
always thinking about me with my guitar sitting on my bed in the room, thinking about a person I don't talk to anymore. So for me, that's where I go to, and that's what gets the emotions out for that song. So we're trying to build like that space in your head for that when you sing. Because then you're like, okay, let me just lean into this fully. Where I'm trying to get you to think about it like so it becomes second nature. You know? Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. But yeah, I guess that's the majority of my tips.
All right.
Oh wow.
I
Oh
think that will actually help me longer because like that's part of the issue is like when I'm sick, I get so caught up and like lately with the cover and everything I'm trying to do. Every time I record, I'm like, this sounds so bad, and I just get so in my own head about it. So if I can get out of my own head and get into a different headspace when I sing,
yeah.
that'll probably help. So,
Yeah, I get it.
oh no, is that your OBS I saw?
Yeah. It
I'm
froze and I
joking.
was like, wait, why is it? I had to change it up.
Oh, I hate that. Like a
Yeah.
break and you're just like, oh my god, now what?
That could actually help because right now, if I recorded myself singing slash rapping, I sounded like I was only reading the lyrics instead of singing and rapping. Ah, I see. But yeah, you're gonna wanna. That's why, like, when I do stuff, I barely have the lyrics out in front of me. I try and remember. Or this could help, especially with, rap. Do 2 lines at a time. Break it down. Break down the verse. Always break it down. Nobody can do the whole thing in one go. That's insane.
It's hella breath
Because,
control.
yeah. Oh, whoa. So, um, the point is to like break it down, you know. Then you listen back to it, you'll be like, oh, okay, this line there's not much emotion. Let me re-record that. And then with good mixing and mastering, you can splice everything together to make it sound like you did it in one go.
Mhm.
But the main point is we want to capture and make sure every line is as good as it gets. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
all. That's all
mixing
my
and
tips.
mastering is the secret technique to really help in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Mixing.
when you hear like a song and you're in love with it, and then you hear the artist live and you're like, wait, and then you realize that it was all the mixer.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
true. That's true. Is there any way I could send you the lyrics so you could help me with giving an idea of what it could sound like or splicing it up? Just asking. Um, sure, we can talk about it. Just here. Come into my Discord, and then we can talk about it. There you go.
You have a Discord server? How am I not in your Discord server?
Oh, you didn't know?
No, I'm gonna join it now.
Okay.
I feel like I might have seen you like post something, and I was like, I need to ask Dan for that. I just forget every time.
Ah, okay. No worries. I wanted to call everybody else into the server, but then I was like, should I?
Let me just keep sharing it. And if people like and stuff, I don't know if there's anywhere in our server to post because the only thing we have is like for stream sharing stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. At least you're in there. Oh, the good thing
Yeah.
is we have like studio channels and stuff in there, so we can work on stuff in that space.
True. I just moved all my like setup and stuff into a smaller area too, which is really nice.
Oh,
That's a lot
nice.
easier to like soundproof and cut off. So it's like where I was upstairs in our room is our house doesn't have an attic.
Yeah.
It's all like really open, high roofed, so it echoes like crazy.
Oh.
So I actually stole our walk-in closet in the master bedroom, and it has become my little closet studio area for stuff.
Ooh,
So
nice.
streaming and recording.
Is it an empty closet or do you have clothes in it?
I don't have clothes in it right now. I literally have my computer in here, but I want to get some soundproof, either like thick blankets to put up around and stuff just to help for sound
Yeah. That's why I asked if
Oh.
it's if there's clothes in it or not, because all you need is like a few clothes.
Yeah.
You don't need the blanket.
But the ceiling is wood, like open wood, which is nice. And I know wood helps absorb noise, so that's why I was like, I'm just gonna get some nice thick blankets to put them on the wall and call it a day.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
Because
I think they have
only,
like
opening is just a normal little door space. So
right. You can do like, I think they have like these really it's for studio stuff. It's for like theater and stuff, but they have like specific blankets for it. It's like really heavy.
Oh yeah. They're almost like blackout curtains, honestly, but even thicker. So I've seen those. I also like quilts or moving blankets are nice and thick too. And I was like, moving blankets are actually really cheap and they're like really padded.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I get you, but you can do stuff for cheap to soundproof. Where could I send the lyrics? Haha, kind of confused a bit on the channels. Haha. You know what? Just put it in the music channel and I'll get to it. Listening to this, I realize I'm in a bad place to record. My room is really open and it can have an echo at times. Okay, so if you have that problem, what you can try and do is find a corner and sing into the corner. Because sound reflects on flat surfaces. So you want to kind of go into a corner. That's the best thing you can do. Or, very simple, you're in front of your computer. Get the heaviest blanket you can find. Throw it over yourself and the mic.
That's why I used to make like a little blanket fort upstairs.
Yeah, make a fort.
I would just,
exactly.
Whatever, I was having to record it there because it just helped to make
there
smaller space.
There you go.
Be careful putting it over your computer and stuff to not overheat your computer. But if you just like have your computer to slide and throw it over your monitors and your mic, you should be fine.
Yeah. But let me tell you this though. I'm in my room. It's not treated at all. I have a USB mic. I used to use my iPhone, and I got fantastic mixes out of that. Just the iPhone.
iPhones have great recording capabilities.
Yeah, a lot of your phones do have amazing mics. So don't ever sleep on it. You just gotta find really good. Like, you just gotta mix it good. You just gotta know how to mix it.
Yeah, and some of that echo can be like removed after the fact too and whatnot.
Yeah.
Start music, so
yeah.
Little mistakes can be fixed too, which is nice.
Yep. Thank God I learned how to do that. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God, because now I don't have to. I can just get
yeah, that's true. Hey, appreciate that. I remember I would show like my producer friends my like old songs, and they'd be like, "Yo, how did you get it so crispy?" I was like, "Dude, this is an iPhone mic." They'd be like, "Huh? How is it that crispy?" Yeah.
I've got a new Samsung, and the camera quality is amazing. And I had a friend be like, "Oh my God," because I do like professional. Well, I don't do professional. I do hobby professional photos, so I like take nature photos a lot. I have a really nice camera for that.
Yeah.
And I was showing my friends pictures. They're like, "Oh, did you use your camera, your other camera, whatever?" And I was like, "No, this is just on my fucking Android, like my new phone. Like it's just got a really good camera." So it's kind of like, yeah, I spent all that money on my other camera, and I'm hardly using it because my phone keeps up just as well at this point. But
yeah,
if I was taking more specific types of photos, I probably would need the other camera because I can do more. But I'm just like taking photos casually right now, running around. So
right. So that's what I mean, though. Like your phones can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I should really
and I like
try.
to pull out my recorder on my phone randomly if I'm like just in a mood to sing or do something, and just keep it recorded because I could use it later for something. Who knows?
Oh yeah, please. I love when people do that because like if you're making a song, you can use those recordings as like the intro, outro, because you have like background noises and it feels real to the listener, you know?
Yeah.
So I like adding those little like ear candy here and there in my songs. I should really try that blanket trick. It might help make my voice sound better. I posted the lyrics, by the way, so take your time. I have lots of time. Okay, no worries, thank you. But yeah, the blanket, it really helps. It really, really helps.
Yeah, and if you have tile or hardwood in your room and stuff, that can make it worse because it's a harder surface.
Yep, there we go.
But if you can have access to a carpet helps a lot too.
Carpets, underrated.
I have
Anything
no
that
carpet in my
is
house
not
anymore.
reflective. Anything that
Yeah.
can absorb sound. So think about it this way: if it absorbs liquid, it'll absorb sound.
Yeah, the more ridges and surfaces it has to bounce around on, the better it is.
Yep, exactly. My walls
That's
and
why you see
floor
those
and
acoustic
table,
panels
everything
are
is
like
hardwood.
jagged looking.
Yeah, sorry.
I was saying like all those acoustic panels you can buy, they're all like zigzagged, like specifically to
Okay,
more
okay. Here's the
surfaces.
other thing. Here's the other thing.
But,
I wanna. Okay, thank you for bringing that up. Please, for the love
yeah.
of God, do not buy those.
Yeah, no, you don't need it. That's the thing. It's like you can get the same thing with other stuff. Don't waste your
Yes,
money on it. But that's why they're
it's
that
a
way.
trap. It's unprofessional.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
It's a trap. It's a money grab.
They just look neat. You don't need like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can
There's
also go buy
lots
a
of.
nice twin size blanket in a really cool pattern I like, and that works just as well. Like,
Yeah, I'll tell you very simple. If you want to do it long term, just get like those the banner stands. Just get 2 of those. Get a nice blanket you don't use, a thick one, big one. There you go. You got a booth.
Yep. Make it a little square.
That's all you need. You don't need acoustic panels, nothing. You don't need any of that. Those are just aesthetics. And that's it. It doesn't even help with the sound. So I would say invest in that. Because one, the acoustic panels, if you take pictures and throw it up, a lot of the mixers who are worth their salt are gonna be like, damn, nah, this guy is nah. You know? Because they already know. So for me, it's really simple. I learned how to work with um, instruments and vocals from almost any kind of source within reason. Okay, within reason. I mean, like, I'm talking about like phones. So it's kind of second nature for me already. But for you guys, I would say to get the best sound, just do the blanket thing. It's the best.
Yeah. I need to get a new one to put in this room.
Yep. Yep.
I might run to do that this weekend before I try and record.
Mm-hmm.
God, I suffered and went into Walmart this morning.
Yeah.
This afternoon after work. I
Yeah.
want to go back to Walmart. I hate shopping at Walmart.
Damn. I hate.
I don't buy Walmart so much. I hate my Walmart. The Walmart near my house is ass, and they're always way busier than they need to be. And like, they don't have enough people working for how busy they get. It's crazy.
Wait, is Walmart like a department store, or is it like?
They're a big box store, I guess is the best way to call them, because like they have everything.
Yeah.
They're like a one-stop shopping store, so you can get groceries there, you can get clothes, you can get electronics, you can get whatever. But they're known for like having low prices. So like, people are like, oh, the quality. People know like going into Walmart isn't always the best shopping experience, but you're gonna get stuff cheaper there. So, but like specifically the one near my house, I'll go shopping and spend 30 minutes on a shopping trip, but then have to spend another 30 minutes checking out just because of how understaffed they are.
Right.
That's insane. So
I see. The studio session is at the 24th, and the producer told me to sing the song every day at least for 20 minutes. And I've been doing that for a week, but I feel like I ain't getting anywhere. Damn, 20 minutes every day is insane. 20 minutes every day is insane. Is the producer producing the song, or is it like your own song? Do you know who produced it? That's what I'm trying to say. Cause I'm gonna be very honest, most of the time you don't need a producer. Or you don't need like a studio session. I'm gonna be very honest. Because it's it's 2025. You can do this in your bedroom. Right? Right, Io?
yeah, I mean, the last cover I did, I literally recorded on a different mic. I didn't have as good of a mic as I have now, and Dan still was able to like make it sound better in the long run. But you can record lyrics on just about anything, and
Yeah.
then if the person who's mixing, like, I don't have the software to mix and produce or do things like Dan does, so that's why I wouldn't know how to use the software in the first place. But if you have those skills, you can definitely do it from the comfort of like your home office or your couch or wherever. Like,
Yeah. You can learn.
so.
You can learn.
But the hardest thing is like I just like go to studio and have the one-on-one session with someone, but like you can also do that via Zoom, via like whatever, like FaceTime, etc. Like there's so many ways to like communicate, and anybody worth their salt is going to spend the time sitting with you for a minute and be like, hey, well, here's what you're doing with this, but this is what you're doing that you need to like work on. Like when I first did my first cover, Dane called me and we sat in a call for about 30 minutes
Mm-hmm.
where Dane went over the song, showed me what I was seeing with the recording, and he's like, this part where it went too high, etc. Like that's your clipping. That's what's happening. So it's not really great for recording, whatever. So I could know, looking at my own recordings, if I needed to redo it before I even sent it to Dan, which was nice. And it's just
Yeah.
like breaking me through like different things what I need to work on and stuff. So
Yeah, that's what I'm a big supporter of. I don't like people coming in and doing stuff and not knowing what they're doing. I'd rather you know exactly what to do so you can do it yourself if you wanted to. You know?
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
And I don't think I'll ever get into like the mixing or producing side just because that like gets over my head and stuff. And I'm like, I
Ah,
like to sing and that's about, it's like, I probably could if I really want to sit down and do it, but it's like, it's the same thing like when I first ever started messing with Live 2D, because
yeah.
I wanted to learn how it worked for rigging things. And I
Yeah.
learned the basics. I learned how to make eyes blink. I learned how to make a mouth move. And then I
Right.
realized that the time I would put into doing this, it's like, how much am I willing to pay per hour for someone to do this or do it
Mm,
myself? And that was the equation of I'm willing to pay somebody a certain amount instead of doing it myself because I know how long it would take me.
right.
Like you're paying for the fact that like I'd rather have you do it because you have the years of experience. You're gonna do it so much faster than I ever could. I would spend a month figuring it out myself, whereas you could probably have it done in a week. Like
Mm,
so,
that's
and that
true.
saves me time in the long run too.
But at the same time, I want you to know like how to record,
Right.
how to get a clean vocal by yourself, so that when you do send it out, it's pristine.
Hmm.
As for practicing 20 minutes a day, I would say for now focus on um, when you practice, record yourself, and if how you record like during the practice, if that's how you want it to sound on the actual session, then I feel like you've nailed it. And you don't want to overdo it to the point where like your voice gives out. Because when I work with my friends who rap, all I tell them is you've got a certain delivery, you know the lyrics, you know the emotions. Just try out a lot of different ways to say the thing you're saying. If you want to like yell it out, yell it out. If you want to go soft, go soft. But try out a bunch of different ways so like at least your producer has the option to play around with tone and everything depending on the song. Even with singing, you know, you want to the whole point is to make it fun, right? So
Hmm.
I would say just try out a bunch of different stuff because you never know, maybe like going soft could like be an interesting thing, or like maybe you want to whisper some parts as like ad libs, or maybe you want to do ad libs, you know what I mean? That all lends to the sound. I'm a big believer in ear candy, and that's what you're gonna hear in a lot of radio music. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna talk about like, you know, style wise and everything. I'm just gonna talk about what I know because I've studied pop, all kinds of pop, for years and years, and the devil really is in the details. So I feel like just try stuff out. You know, if you mess up, that's fine. Keep the mess ups. Keep the mess ups because sometimes you can put them as like you get a really cool moment where you're like laughing or you're like, ah, damn, I messed it up.
Hmm.
You say those kind of stuff and you can put it in the song to make it sound more authentic, more real, more like there's an actual person singing. rather than it be like a song that gets played at a bar as like background. You don't want to do that. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No.
Yeah.
I would say, I was like, if you get famous enough that like your song becomes a song that's in the background just because you've been around for so long, that might be worth it.
Even
But
then, they wouldn't want that. That's not why they
yeah,
made the song. So even
yeah,
if you're
no.
doing a cover or anything, that goes for you, EO. So like, even if you're doing a cover, treat it like your own song. Treat it like it's your song.
Mhm.
How would you want people to listen to it, and then just deliver it that way? That's why you practice, because you're trying to get to how you want it to sound like. You hired the producer, so you have to know what you want it to sound like. And you also have to know how you can, like, what your voice can do and how you can deliver it. So,
Yeah, you just gotta like test your own limits, figure out where your boundaries are, what you can work on, what you can't, and what you can do.
yeah.
And that's what I've been doing with like the cover. I'm like, when I was singing last time I tried, I was like, I'm just not happy with it. And so now I'm gonna try to like, I might play around with it a little more when I record. So
Mm.
and see if I can get more comfortable with the way certain parts of it sound. Because like it's only parts of it. Like the actual chorus parts, I'm pretty okay with, but it's like, or no, I'm
Mm.
sorry, the actual like not the chorus, because the chorus is what I'm having like an issue with one of the transitions in it, and I'm just not putting the right. I think I don't know. It's something about it. I get hung up on it every time, and so I think I'm gonna do the one thing you talked about earlier about slowing it down, just to like sing into the transition and really feel it and get used to it, and like get my vocal cord, the muscle memory there a little bit with it and stuff, and
Mm.
then maybe that'll help too. So
Yeah, don't worry. We'll go over it on the weekend.
yeah,
Because that's the other thing. I like working with the other person on call, because at least we can flesh things out quicker.
find the little hiccups here and there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Wait, let me read this. The lyrics I made myself, but the only song I could find is one from YouTube. And the studio is basically where I go to record it, and the producer, mixer puts it together to make it sound good. He said there will be a vocal coach on the spot helping me, but I still feel like I ain't ready or prepared for it. Oh, okay. I see.
One of the
Um,
things I really enjoy, especially in rap, I was just gonna say, is like
mm,
when the rapping or the music, if they're singing to, like increases with the beat. Like if the song starts soft and the person singing soft with it or whatever, just getting, and then like someone, if it's like an aggressive thing or whatever, and they start like slowly getting more aggressive with the way they're rapping or singing as it matches the lyrics. Oh, I love that. It's chef's kiss. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
so,
So that all comes with knowing the song.
yeah.
And you have to have a good
Storytelling via
enough,
music is a
yeah,
lost art.
yeah. And you have to have a good enough producer that is willing to tell you that, or can pick it up in the lyrics. So I'm very, as a producer, for me, if I'm working with someone, if I'm making something for an artist, I like to listen to their old stuff and be like, what can they do? Um, what can they do that will make them sound like nobody's ever heard this from them?
Mhm.
You know? And usually that's what I try to tap into with my with an artist. Oh, hold on. Oh, nah. My phone's gonna die. No.
Oh no!
Wait.
It's always the worst.
Please pick up. No. Okay, EO, you talk to them a bit.
Okay. I chat.
Yep. There we go.
I think it's having technical issues. We're just gonna chill for a minute. But yeah, like I said earlier, I don't know. I grew up learning how to sing via like choral and like vocal ensemble and stuff. So in like church, and so it's a lot more like gospel chorusy music, which is different than pop music, and they're different singing in different ways. And so it's like learning to sing in pop music is an adjustment, but it's almost natural too because I've listened to it my whole life. So it's like changing. But like I consider I love to sing Broadway. I'll sit there and I feel like my voice lends better to like Broadway and like Disney musicals and stuff just because kind of the way I learned to sing, was in those sorts of ways of singing and stuff.
Yep.
With the really like strong enunciation and all that, which isn't so common in pop. It was really funny because there was a song a while back, and it's when I can't remember what the song was, but I just remember that one of the things I was ingrained in my head was clear enunciation. So like never say chew, like when you're trying to say you, like, and like, but in pop you hear it all the time where they'll like slur the end like consonants together into the next word and stuff. And I'm just like, it's hard to like tell myself, oh wait, I can do that. I don't need to like enunciate every single like syllable.
Yeah. There we go.
So.
Again, it goes back to what I was saying about like feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So
Understanding where you're trying to go with the music and what you're trying to do with it.
yeah, exactly. So that's how you kind of want to approach it. But yeah, thank you, Io.
Yeah. There's nothing I can do with Yap, all right?
I need to learn. Sometimes I'm like, oh, what do I yap about?
Just have ADHD; it'll come naturally.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like the joke I made a while back. Is like I might not talk about the same thing. I might be very inconsistent with what I talk about, but you will not leave my stream not having learned something. Like just because I just talk about so much random shit.
That's true. I get that. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say with producing and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it looks like there's a whole like production team in here. I want people listening to my lyrics to be like, wow, kind of reaction, if that makes sense. Okay. So you already know that if you're going to do that, you have to have some oomph behind what you're saying. You get what I mean? So when you deliver, it has to one, you have to know your flow. So I would say for rap especially, groove and flow is the most important, second to lyrics. I do a lot of I study a lot of like funk. I mean, you can tell you, right? You've heard my music. I study a lot of funk, a lot of R&B, stuff like that. And it's really groove driven. So you kind of want to lean into that. Especially with rap, because the moment you like switch up your flows and stuff, the crowd or like the listener will really resonate with that. I mean, like, I don't know if it makes it easier, but it's based on real life experience. Yeah. That's perfect. So you gotta channel that. Yeah. Go on.
Like Diane was talking earlier, the feelings that you were like whatever happened. If the song is about a breakup, if the song is about a like celebration, if the song like really get back in that memory, like when you're singing, because that'll bring out the raw emotion, and that raw emotion is going to really carry through the music, and that's what's going to get the audience, give you that wow factor. Like,
exactly.
So like, you're going to connect on a different level.
Yeah, there we go. You passed. Yeah.
Listen, I learned something today.
Yeah. Hell
Spreading
yeah.
the knowledge. But yeah, I mean, it's not wrong. Like if you think about your favorite songs off the top of your head, even if they're not like, if they're even pop songs that are super popular, are usually popular because they're about topics people can relate to, or they have like that beat that like really resonates people on top of that and stuff. But like the long lasting songs that like really stick around, I mean, a lot of the Beatles, some people don't necessarily relate to their memories, but the Beatles,
yeah,
the way they sing the song is what made it captivating. Like that's why they've stuck around so long. It's like when you listen back to it, it's a very unique, it's their sound and it's their energy and it's their like putting it into it.
Yeah.
So
you're just trying to find, especially with your own songs, we're trying to find your sound. What is your thing? And to do that, you have to mess up a lot of times, because within the mess ups is your sound, your isms.
Yep.
Yeah. You got it exactly right, Io. Like, I would bring up another example, very good example, James Brown. James Brown. Most of the time, he's just like, huh, here, get up. That's it, most of the time. But the emotion, the feeling, only he can say stuff, the words he says in that way. Only him. So, that's what I'm trying to get at here. It's more of which part of the beat do you come in on? How do you deliver it? Do you swing naturally? Like, do you swing your words naturally? Do you not swing your words naturally? What is your groove? What is your timing? Especially in rap, timing and groove is everything. So for that especially, you have to feel it. It's a feeling. Um, I feel like me personally. Okay, look, a lot of people have very different styles and everything, but for me, uh, you can really hear uh groove done so well on genres like funk, hip hop, um, R&B. Not to say that there is no groove in other music. No, it's just very prominent in these genres, like rock, country. It's more of the chords, the melody, and grunge, especially with like emotion. It's like a wall of sound. So there's good things from every aspect of every genre. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to find out what does your song need and then lean into that. What do you think it needs? Not what anybody else thinks it needs. What do you think it needs? Because again, you're the artist. You're paying money for this. It's your song. So you got to lean into it for anybody else to believe it. You have to believe it.
And don't be afraid to change something. Like when you're recording, if you're getting in like these lyrics and you're getting them out and something just doesn't match right, like you've got the beat and now you got the lyrics, you're like, wait, but this doesn't sound good in this part. Like it doesn't flow like the way I want it to. Switch it up, change it, try something new, like re-record a different line, add a word here or there, like, and you may find, hey, no, this is much better. This is what I was trying to get across. Like this
Yeah.
works so much. And like that's just feel free to like play around and experiment. Like you're not locked into it.
Yeah.
Especially if you wrote it. Like you could always change it up a little. And even if you didn't write it, you could always like ad lib a little bit and like if you're covering and I mean that's what makes a cover your own too on a cover song. It's just to like put a twist on it, do whatever you want.
Yeah. Exactly. And
That's
also
how you
I
end
would
up
say
with
yeah, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, you know, with covers like The Sound of Silence and stuff, like Disturbed's cover is mwah, like so Johnny
Right.
Cash's Hurt, mwah, because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
put
yeah.
their emotions into it when they did the cover.
Yeah. Think about it. He did a cover of a Nine Inch Nails song.
Yeah.
And he completely
So much
changed the
so
mood.
that so many people think it was his song first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, and that's it with the Sound of Silence. It was was it Simon and Garfunkel did it first, but everybody like refers to the cover as like, and everybody thinks that's the only a lot of people know. A lot of people don't even know the original. So
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I'm thinking like right now I want my intro hook and outro to be slow and hard hitting, but the verses and bridge to be where I come in and make it hard hitting and pure emotion. Okay. Okay. Okay, I get it. So what you want to do is go a little softer. You see? You see what I mean? You see what I'm doing here? You go a little softer. And then when the bridge comes in, you go in like this. Do you get what I mean? Does it make sense, EO?
yeah, there's some ASMR on there now. I mean, a little bit though, because it is tone control. It's like if you're starting soft and you're just like talking like this, and you want to go slow and you want to go fast, and then once you're angry and you want to go slow and you want to like you just gotta like play with that. Like
Yeah. You
you're
gotta
wanting to be
explore your
soft, so
voice.
think about how you would talk to like a child or someone who you would want to be soft towards, and really like kind of carry that energy. And then okay, now I want to be angry. So who am I pissed at? Like who am I thinking about right now while I'm singing this part? Like
Who am I pissed at?
yeah,
Real.
pissed at my cornflakes this morning.
If you listen to Kendrick, think about how he delivered Not Like Us. That man has hate. You could tell.
Yeah.
That man is hateful.
I don't know if anybody here cares. I like NFT a lot because when I listen to their music, they really like
Ooh, NFT.
do a really good job of like putting the sad emotions in the places where you want to feel sad and then switching it up and getting to like moments of like hype and getting you really excited for different parts of the song and then also switching to like moments of like aggression. And it's just I don't know. I feel it so clearly when I listen to their music and it's like it gets you in the zone. Like
Exactly. I want to ask this though, Sid. Who do you listen to? And then maybe we can get like a ballpark of what you're trying to go for. Who do you? It doesn't have to relate to the song, but like, who do you listen to? I usually like asking people that because like it gives me an immediate idea of what style like you like personally versus how you output. Because most of the time, for us artists, we're trying to get to what got us into music the first place. You know? So it kind of makes sense to try and work within that style first and then explore out of it. That's the thing about art. You know, you try to go for something but eventually you like break out of it. I listen to X, okay. NF, okay. Zach Diamond. Okay, who's Zach Diamond? Zach Diamond, Baby Jane, Hannah Bank. Bro, who are these?
NF. I definitely said NFT a minute ago, didn't I? My brain is fucking dead.
MF Doom? Damn. Ah. Okay, you listen to X. Okay. So you see what I mean? Like X has that emotion, that drive, especially when he's singing. So yeah, you want to try and tap into how he plays with the song as well, because he does a lot of that. Like he does a lot of gradual shouting, so he's able to play with the dynamics of that. But again, you don't want to be clipping on the mic. That's the most important part. So you have to play with like even like you yourself, your position from the mic. As you get louder, you can move like lean back a little bit, and as you get more soft, you know, you come in real close. So it's still a performance thing.
And Jay might disagree with this, but I think that mimicry is a very important thing to practice too. Like, if you wanted to sing along to a person who sounds like how you're trying to do and like and just sing their songs to get yourself in the mood. Like, I don't know, a lot of the biggest pop stars out there, Ariana Grande, Kelly Clarkson, people that are well known for like being good singers, they are also fucking impeccable at mimicking other singers.
That's
like
true.
if you tell them to do impressions. And it's wild because like they practice the range of it all and they like that's what they do.
Yeah.
Like, and that's good to do because it teaches you how to do the have that skill set.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. That's how I learned. Every day I was like, whoo! You know? I was like, hee hee.
Channeling your inner Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you got to. He's the king. He's the king.
The man did make hella pop hits.
That's true. He's still
And,
making
like,
money.
when you see people do that year after year, and it's like they still come on the radio and have some come out that like, well, I mean, Peace House, but like indie pop star, you see that like, there's a reason that Sabrina Carpenter's songs go one after the other, like top on the radio and stuff, and like Taylor Swift stays up there and other stuff, and like.
That's true.
It's one because pop does have a formula to a degree.
Yeah,
like
it
what would be
does.
successful versus not, but also they're all great at channeling their emotions into their music. Like Sabrina Carpenter especially has such a wide variety of music styles and stuff in her like repertoire and stuff, and it's crazy how each one of them really hits, like it evokes whatever she's trying to like put into that song. Like
Yeah, exactly. Oh, go on. Do you have anything else or?
no, sorry.
All
That
right.
was it. I just that was my 2 cents.
Okay. Let's see here. Right now, just want the song to be good enough to share with friends and family. Not planning to publish it unless people are actually like it. You know. Damn, man, that's a lot of commitment to just show friends and family.
Put your all into it. Sing it like you want to publish it and have it out because like really setting yourself up to have such like a limited audience is going to limit how much you're willing to put into it.
Get him.
So
Get him.
And that's me as someone who sings and like what's like you if you're not putting your all into a product, you're not going to get your all out of the end result. So
That's true. I always say it this way.
Not just me as someone who makes things like
if you want to do this for real, if you want to get into this industry, you got to be delusional. If nobody's calling you crazy, you're not doing it right. I'm sorry. but it's the truth.
Even if you're not delusional, you gotta pretend to be delusional. You want people to think you're confident as you are. Like,
Yeah, no, you
you
have
can
to
break
be.
down behind your own doors sometimes, but when you're in front of people, you gotta be like, all right, I got this. Like, I'm going. Do I
Nah,
think I'm a
yo,
good content creator?
I disagree.
Yeah, but when I'm streaming,
I disagree.
you better believe people think I think I'm a good content creator.
No, I disagree. I disagree. I feel like you gotta trick yourself into believing it. Then other people
I
are
got
gonna
too much
believe
trauma to trick myself that well, alright?
it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, these lyrics are for a special someone, so the pressure. Ooh, ooh. We got
Those
the
3
Riz
AM thoughts are
rap.
hard.
The Riz rap. Damn. Okay, okay.
I want to try to make music one day, but I don't have the creativity in my brain right now to make my own lyrics.
Come on, you know you got me.
Yeah, I know. I was like, maybe one day I'll like maybe that'll be my next little project once I finish this cover.
All
Like,
right, all
see
right,
if I can think of something.
all right.
I can't start another project. I already have too much shit going on.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I get it, I get it. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do it for like a special someone, then you gotta channel that when you rap. You gotta channel that. This because like you're showing this to this person, I'm assuming. So you might as well do it, perform it like the person is right in front of you. Not exactly Riz rap, but making sure she knows how I feel, because we had a vacation trip which didn't end the best. So I'm trying to make sure she understands how it felt to me, if that makes sense. Aw, that's sweet. What do you
so
think,
you're trying
Io?
to convey a message. So yeah, I think the emotion that you talked about, or like this whole thing, is like the more important part. Like, I don't know, like, because you're saying you don't like the way it records when you're hearing it. Do you not like the tone that you're invoking? Do you sound too flat? Do you sound too like
Mm,
sad throughout the whole thing, and you want to sound more aggressive? Like figuring out what you're wanting to produce in the like lyrics. Like, do you want to sound mad? Do you want to sound angry? And like making sure you're channeling that in the parts where you want that at is going to be so important to make sure that someone understands
mm.
what you're trying to get out of the music.
I would say that that as well, but what could help even better is like if you imagine the person is in front of you and you imagine you're like speaking everything to that person
Yeah,
and
true.
seeing how that sounds. I sounded too flat and like I'm reading the lyrics like it's a book and not actually singing. Mmm. I see.
Do you have
What?
the lyrics memorized already?
Yeah, you
That's
gotta.
also really important. Like getting to the point where you like know them off the top of your head, because that's what trips me up a lot. Is I'll like be like, oh crap, I sang the wrong line there. I sang, and that like throws you all off.
Yeah.
But
I usually like memorize like a like stanza by stanza,
mhm.
if that makes sense.
And by the time you're done practicing and recording so much, you usually have the whole thing down
Yeah.
anyways. So
Yeah.
yeah, like start with like the first 8 lines or whatever, and just get those memorized and get those sang the way you wanted, where they sound good. And that's the whole point of like mixing in the end too. Like when I send Dave the stuff I'm doing, I send him like line by line recordings, and then he can like say, okay, this line came out poor. Like you need to record that section swiftly, and then you can record around it to get that better sounding line and
Yep.
cut and move and mix it all up. So
Exactly. Exactly. Because that's what the producers are for.
mhm.
I'm trying to have them memorized, but I have short and long term memory issues, so I'm not the easiest to remember. It's not the easiest to remember. Okay. So what I would suggest is right before you sing, just memorize the stanza and then rap it out, and then move on to the next one. So I would say take it step by step at first, because that's what I usually do. Usually I write lyrics. Like how I make songs is like I usually just mumble like the melody out in my head. I don't have the exact lyrics, but something will come to me, and then after that I write down actual lyrics and I just re-record after listening to my demo track. So stanza by stanza,
I
as
said that I help
I'm
them memory issues too. Go
sorry.
ahead. Finish what you were saying.
No,
Go
no,
finish
no,
what
no,
you were
no.
saying. Something that like so I was taught to do in like chorus and other stuff too is like if
Mm-hmm.
you're having a hard time with the lyrics and memorizing the lyrics, going down, replace them with a single word that matches whatever the beat of the song is or whatever. So like if you're singing the same word over and over again, like I think watermelon's a good one because it's got a lot of syllables, so you can break it up, whatever. Just do that word until you get the rhythm down and the beat, and for like rapping to get the flow down of what you want, and then start working your words in.
Yeah.
Because like you'll have that kind of muscle memory almost of like the flow at least in place, and then now you can like, okay, I don't necessarily have the words memorized and I can look at them, but I know how I need to say them, and so it makes it a little easier too.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a good
Because
one.
I have ADHD, so I relate to the memory issues a lot. Like
Real.
trying to memorize a whole song is hard.
Real.
Like it's like my brain's like no. Like I know like 3 songs by heart and that's about it. So
Real.
it's like,
I
but
just I
but you
just
can put on the fucking Killers and I'll sing every word and I'll be like, oh wait, where did that come from?
There we
So
go. There we go. I just realized this is the most serious I've been on stream.
I mean it's nice when you're teaching stuff. You're like, yeah, I'm talking. I'm an authority figure. You gotta listen to me.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Listen.
sometimes you gotta have serious moments, but we mix them up with a little bit of playing around.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Listen.
Dave's gonna get a ruler and start rapping on your knuckles.
Oh damn. Oh, phew. Phew. You haven't seen what happened back then in school. Man, we have this thing called like we still have canes. So like yeah. I'm not gonna go into
Ow.
detail, but you know what I mean.
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, the worst thing I ever had to do to me was I started to fall asleep in class one day and they walked up next to me and dropped my textbook, like, and it made the loudest noise from like desk height. And
Damn.
let me tell you, that adrenaline hit, and my teacher was like, "You awake?" And I was like, "Yeah, I sure am now." Like,
Damn.
so.
My friend, he had like water thrown on him when he was sleeping.
Oh.
And he got up, he was like, "What the?" And then he found out it was the teacher, and then he was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I guess I should be awake. You're right. Sorry.
He was ready to throw hands. But then he was like,
I feel
"Wait, my
that.
dad's a teacher here. I can't be." So the teacher was
Another
like, "Your
student, so I
son."
could.
And then he went home and he was like, "Oh man."
God, you can't get like away with anything when you're one of your parents a teacher.
Oh
They're
yeah.
gonna know everything.
I remember this one time, his dad came in to sub for our class. And then his dad was like, "You come to the front." And then we were like, "Yo, what's gonna happen?" And then he like talked to his dad and he came back and he was like really sad. I was like, "Bro, you okay?" He was like, "Nah, man, nah, it's over." I was like, "What? What do you mean? What do you mean it's over?" And then he was like, "Nah, I'm kidding." He asked me if I locked the gate. And I was like, "Dude, come on."
God, yeah, no. As someone with anxiety, I would have the whole time been like, "Oh my god, I'm about to get my ass chewed out."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like, no, I just need to make sure you did something. I'm like, that's one I think I tell my friends all the time. I'm like, if you ever need to talk to me about something, please don't ever just message me, "Hey, can I talk to you about something?" Please, like, at least be like, "Hey, can I talk to you about
Oh, I
Saturday?" Or,
hate
"Hey,
that.
like, give me what we're talking about," because I will sit there and like worry about it for the next
Ooh,
like 3 hours till I get an answer.
I
Like,
hate that. Oh, I hate that so
do not
much.
leave things open ended. Thank you.
For real. Oh my god. But yeah, I think that's all my tips. Do you have any questions, Eo? Or tips or
No,
anything? No?
I've learned a couple things that I'm gonna try to apply when I'm seeing this weekend, and hopefully it comes out. I'm gonna send you whatever I do this weekend, regardless of if I have like real hookups. You're gonna get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna
So
be free anyways this weekend, so you know, if you want to get on a call,
nice. Yeah, I mean you'll probably be asleep for most of my day, but I'll try to get up with you. I don't
I'll
think.
I can try and wake up early.
No, I'm trying to think. I was like, what I do have. I'm waiting to hear from a friend if we're doing something for her birthday on Saturday. But
Hmm.
if not, then I'd probably be free like your Sunday morning time, or I'd be free your late time on Saturday night.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Gotcha.
'cause I was like, what do we got planned? I don't know. But she's still waiting to see if they're doing something with her mom or not. So,
Hmm. When I come back from the studio or before that, I'll send the finished part of it in the Discord for feedback if that's all right. Yeah, no worries. No worries.
yeah, I'm gonna watch for it. I like listening to people learn and sing. I don't know. It makes me happy to see people like growth happen.
Yeah. Maybe I should
So
do more advice streams.
they're always fun to talk about. I don't know. It's a nice like thing to have a theme or a topic when you have chatting streams too, because then it's like something you're talking about and like going, and like when it's something you're passionate about, It like
Right.
resonates. So I've been telling my friend Lunas that we would do a D&D basics like stream, and
Oh,
I
I need to
even
come
like
for
have
that.
stuff started for it. Yeah, and I just literally just have had time, and I was like, now that we got everything set, like that's gonna be my next. Sorry, my first mini project is getting the lyrics to you. Second mini project is getting that freaking D&D stream done. It's like, all right, now that I have time, I'm like putting all the pieces, like building a Lego, putting everything into place, and I'll have it all
Right.
done eventually.
Right, right,
So
right. I've always wanted to learn D&D, so like this is perfect.
yeah, we literally just want to do like a D&D basis that like walks you through like what the classes are, what are terms that are used when you're playing D&D, people I don't know, what are the like races that people
Mm.
usually play and how they like whatever and stuff. And it's just like really basics, like okay, what's a D20? Like it's just, and that's all I want to do is just like things that people who aren't involved in D&D will hear and see and not
Yeah.
necessarily understand unless they played a game. Like so, it's
Right.
like just nice to teach.
Yeah. Maybe I can play
So
with you guys one time.
yeah, I'm in a campaign right now, but I don't know where it's gonna end. But
After
next time we
that?
have a campaign, I'll be like, all
Yeah,
right, we're
okay,
gonna have
okay.
Dan. Like, let Dan know. So we're gonna
Ooh.
have to work on some weird schedules to get it done. You're gonna be playing DD first thing in the morning.
Damn, I mean, sounds like a good morning, you know?
Yeah, it's you know a way to start the day
Yeah?
for sure.
Yeah?
So,
Okay, well, if you want to leave, I understand it's late for you.
yeah, it is almost 11. I'm gonna hop out,
All
but
right.
I'm sure you got other stuff you can work on for stream too. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
well,
Well,
thank you for the lessons and the teaching, and I hope
no
chat had
worries.
a fun time chilling.
No worries. Thank you for being here. Thank you for absorbing, learning, asking questions,
Yes,
and,
yes.
educating chat. Chat, say bye.
Chat,
Chat.
we learned together.
Yeah, we did. Say bye, chat. Say bye.
Bye, chat.
Bye,
Wait, bye,
yo.
Dan. I'll
Thanks
talk to
again.
you. Bye.
You have a good night. Bye. Okay, chat. Okay. Okay, it's out here. It's just us. Um, does anybody in chat have any questions regarding this or anything similar to music? If you guys don't know, if you guys are new, I'm Dayan. I am a artist and producer. I mix as well. Um, wait, hold on. Let me put up my vgen. Hold on. I have a vgen. So I've been doing this for like 11 years. There we go. So yeah, I know a thing or two. You know what I mean? I'm an artist as well, so like I understand the struggle, of having to do your own music, perform. Okay, Sid, you still here? Let me look in Discord. Let me look at Discord in the lyrics. Okay, let's see. Do you want me to do this on stream or would you like me to do this off stream? Because I can do either or. Yeah, you can do it on stream. I don't mind. Okay, thank you. I'll just put this in Canva right now for everybody to see. Let's see. Do that. Do this. Oh, what did I do? Oh, what did I do? Oh, lordy lord, what did I do? Oh my god. Nah, 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 nah. Okay, give me a sec, chat. Give me a sec. I'm trying to figure this out. But yeah, if you guys made it a bit long, yeah, no worries, no worries. It's just I'm trying to format. Add text box. Okay, what? Add text box. Okay, it's here. We'll make it big. Take this out. Okay, like that. Oh. Holy shit. Look at that, chat. Okay, we made it. We made it. Okay, gonna zoom in. Oh, zoom in. As you can tell, I'm trying to figure this out as I go. Oh. Where'd it go? What? Where'd it go? Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. My bad. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm gonna format it a little bit. Now that's a long line. Yeah, that is a long line. Okay, moving this in. Moving this in. It's gonna take a while. We're back to scuff. We're back to scuff. Okay, let's see. Is this zooming in or zooming out? Oh. Okay, there we go. This should make it easier. There we go. Bro, did you type this out in a line? Did you type this out in a line? Imagine doing that line in one breath. Now that's a challenge. That's a challenge for you. You're gonna have to do it, not me. Okay, some lyrics I wrote in the studio. Okay. First of all, man, you gotta format your stuff. That's all I'm saying. You gotta do this. Do that. Do this. Do this. You want to make it as easy as possible for yourself to read, you know, for other people to read. Okay, there we go. Verse 2 here. This. Outro. Okay, let's see. Let's see, chat. Let's see. I did it in a line. I have it in a notepad, and it's not in a single line. Okay. Then I guess it's just the formatting on Discord. Okay, let's see. Ever since Berlin, okay. Body aching, mind, soul, chest. I ain't sleep right in days. I just lay here stressed. I'm fucked in the head. Can't fix or forget. Every thought's a loop. Every breath's regret. Ever since that trip, it's beer after beer. One every night just to keep her near. Everything aching. I ain't making it. I'm just faking. Okay. Thought she loved me, nah. Maybe I just lied to myself every night while I broke down inside. Berlin changed her, or maybe she just grew. Now she's talking about her own place, not a place for two. Okay. So far, it's good. But again, is there any way you could send me the instrumental so I can kind of get a picture here? Or if you don't want to, that's fine as well. She said she likes women, and maybe I was the final guy who got close living in the past. Oof, this shit is toxic, man. I'm so sorry. This shit is toxic, bro. Oof. Sure, I can send it in the same channel with the instrumental I've been using for it. Yeah, sure, no worries. Let's see. But yeah, no worries. This shit is toxic, man. I don't know. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna play it. Okay. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Oh, it's one of these. Trust me, the end isn't toxic at all. Okay. Thought she loved me now every night while I broke down inside. Berlin changed her. Maybe she just grew. Now she's talking about her own place, not a place for two. I laughed it off. Said, guess I'm just that PC guy, but inside I was screaming in silence, asking why. Ooh. Okay. This is a good beat. Huh. sleep right in days. I just lay here stressed. Fucked in the head. Can't fix or forget. Okay. Has a shirt like a relic. Ooh. Try to feel that spark. Scrolling TikToks. Her laugh echoing in the dark. She don't text the same, no warmth in the tone. And every lull feels colder alone. With a song in my head with a gift on the side. Thought maybe I'd speak the truth. I hide it. But doubt kept creeping. What if it's too much? What if she don't feel? What if I'm just out of touch? Still, every night, I open that can. Sip slow like maybe I'll understand. But the buzz fades fast, and the hurt remains. Just hops and heart breaks in my veins. Ooh. It's gotta flow. Everything aching. Okay. Now I'm drinking just to get through the night. Hopping the blur dulls the edge of this fight. From Berlin to now, it's all the same scene. Her slipping away, me drowning in routine. If I ever got that weekend back, I'd hold her steady, keep her from the cracks. Not for control, not for pride or fear, just to prove she was safe when I was near. Damn, man. Is this real? Is most of it real? Is most of it stuff you're actually... like, it actually happened? Most of the lyrics are real life. Okay, look. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to look at the lyrics. But yeah, I think you got something cool here. What is this? Oh. It's got it fits the song. It fits the song. That's what I'm trying to say. It fits the song. But yeah. It's good. You know? It's good. It fits the song. Yeah. So what are you trying to or what's the thing that's holding you back? Would you say like you don't feel like you're delivering it sad enough or like with that emotion? Let's see. Cause it's really heavy lyrics. It's really heavy. There's a lot of like regret, fear, I would say anger as well. Numbing pain. So I would say like I think it's best when you go into the session to really channel those emotions and actually figure out what you want. The tone of my voice, the emotion isn't there, and it sounds too different when I go from soft to where I come in hard, Then I would say just focus on delivering the lyrics right first, like how you want them to sound. Meaning like try it like one verse at a time or one section at a time. So once you get those down, then you can try a whole run. So, like I said earlier, like me and EO said, just focus on rapping it out as if the person is in front of you and see if that gives you a different kind of delivery. You gotta really use your imagination on this one, especially when you perform. You want to be able to use a lot of your emotion and the way you do things. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope that helps, man. I hope that helps. Cause like this is my first time like trying to record a song, so I'm like, what if it isn't as good? Cause the doubt is always gonna be there. Listen, that's the thing that's gonna hold you back, man. That's the only thing that's going to hold you back. That is the only thing that's going to hold you back. That's probably why you think it doesn't sound as good, because you're worried about what other people think. I know you want to be a perfectionist about it. That's fine. Everybody has that, but like, you got to let go of that, man. You can't let that take over the art, because this is the art first and foremost. You gotta just record and then think about it later. You know, just record it first and then think about it later. You have to try, man. You gotta put it out first and then see how you feel about it later. You don't want to be, you don't want to have that in the back of your head when you're performing. That will kill the performance. You know? So I would say just record first and then think about it later. You want to get as much of your ideas out as possible, so you have space to go back and be like, okay, I didn't like how I did this, let's redo that. You got to build from somewhere. You know, you got to start off somewhere. Got some nice coffee. You know what I mean? It's a nice coffee. It is like 11 a.m. for me. But yeah, does anybody else have any singing tips or questions or things they would like to share that they need help with? Again, here's the tips. Here's the tips. But yeah, I'm all ears. We are giving advice today. Again, we're giving singing advice and songwriting advice. If you guys want that, you can do that. But yeah, even if it's for like covers and stuff, I can still give advice for that. But yeah, I mean, I hope that helps, man. That, because to me right now, that sounds like the main thing that's holding you back. It's your own perfectionism. We want to just get the ideas out and then worry about that later, because the most important part is getting the raw emotion out there. You gotta try and block it out, which is why I say always lean into the why of the song. Why are you doing it? And just focus on that emotion and deliver the lyrics. So yeah, I hope that helps. But yeah, I mean, if you always want more advice, I'm on Discord, you know. Or if you want to do another song, you know, I'm always down. But again, if it's just advice, that doesn't matter to me. I'll still try and help out wherever I can, you know, because yeah, music is something I love. I love it with all my heart, and it's taken me a lot of years to learn the things that I've learned. So I don't mind sharing it, you know. But yeah, Hmm. It does help a lot. I'll go and try to record a bit with the blanket trick and the emotion and see what comes out of it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's go. Good luck, man. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. Again, remember, don't think about anything else. Just think about the girl and your emotion and just let it out. You know? Just let it out. Yeah. That's the main thing. You don't want to overcomplicate it. You don't want to think too in depth about it. You want to just, it's like sketching, you know? It's like sketching. You want to get the initial idea out first and then refine it. Because it's all about capturing the emotion. Because that emotion on the track is gonna be forever. So you want to deliver it in such a way that nothing else is on your mind. You know? I was thinking about doing like you guys know America's Got Talent? Yeah, I was thinking of doing that. Like reaction streams. Like me judging, you know? But yeah. Yeah. I don't really have anything planned for after this. So, and again, it's 11. So, I think I'm gonna just call it here and then we can raid. But I will be back on Friday. Next week, I will try and do streams in this timing next week. That would be a good idea, and thanks. I'll need a lot of luck. You got this, bro. You got this. You got this. Don't worry. I'm always in the Discord, you know? I'm always there. So whenever you need help. Okay. Let me see. We're gonna raid. Cause I got some things to do. But I'll do this timing next week. Friday I'm gonna move back to. We're gonna have the 9 p.m. GMT plus 8 time on Friday. Still don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna do that. Yeah. Let me see who I can raid. Let's see who's on. Is Jay still on? Oh no. You know what? We're gonna raid a new friend. Friday the 25th is my birthday. I'm turning 21, and the 24th it's a studio session. Bro, let's go. My Friday is probably gonna be your Thursday. Yeah, it's probably gonna be your Thursday, but yeah. Congrats, man. Congrats. I hope you have a good birthday. I will see you. Let me just do the raid message. Hold on. Copy this. We're gonna raid. Okay, hold on. Start raid. Okay, there we go. Let's go, Chad. Let's go. We're gonna raid. I will see you guys on Friday. My Friday. Yours Thursday. Bye, you guys. Bye. Please be nice. It's a new friend. Please be nice. Okay, bye, Chad. Bye. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys learned something. Bye.